Crimson Light Show has brought us to the main event of the evening here in Titletown, and what a game we have in store. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And that's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight, is holding up against this pass rush. They are one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy, or they've got no shot.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Makes the catch. It's Clark. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Going for the marker on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. The short hands. It's Clark. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Takes the handoff. It's Clark. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back. He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. to give from the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their 2nd sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Alabama!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Creates a little room. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. He's loose on the right. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Farrell. Here's a heat. The throw. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got some room to run. inside the 30. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Clark. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Off the play fake. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the punt, and he's done better. Not much on that one. Touchdown Seminoles! Special teams proving to be special. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense, the football back. But how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Keeps looking downfield. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Alabama quickly back to the line. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve. And we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years. And it's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. At the 35, he's loose. He's loose. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's complete on the right side. And he'll fall and take it to the end zone. Touchdown!
That's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game.
Ole Miss and LSU, fellas, they've given us some classics, and we've got another good one brewing today. Ole Miss found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Oxford. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for a first down.
The Seminoles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Quarterback will keep it. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pringle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Seminoles are flying down the field. Look out, he's got room! And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Second down coming up. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that...
Intercepted deep in his own end. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys. It's been the big story so far.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Quarterback moving. On the run deep down the right side.
And you can tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Russell. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Pringle. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Fires to the right. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Wants to throw again. Got it behind the line. It's Pringle.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
The Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. back to throw. It's Russell. Here comes the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
I like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He tries to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Oh, he's got some space. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him with that last play. Now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. To the air, it's Berry. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got a man. It's Pringle. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
A lot of times the QB's going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back. Let him catch it. Let him go get a 1st down for you.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll play it safe and try for 3. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And now they regain the lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the 2nd half. Alabama will kick it off. looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Pringle. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Noles!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Purdue managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around West Lafayette had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Off play action on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
He's going to run it. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Farrell. There he goes! And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Berry. Pulls it in. It's Williams. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. Looks as if he's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
That's caught. It's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking for a man. It's Berry. With the catch, it's Gibson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On the move. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Man, oh man, the offensive line probably just swept, breaks into the open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this
touchdown, Florida State! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops ball and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Great coverage, great break of the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Russell. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown time! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Pringle. Slithers into space. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Direct snap. This time, they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
On the direct snap, it's Pringle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half. And moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
To throw, it's Sperry. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. Turning it on! Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one, and this offense within striking distance. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to run for it. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for room. It's Cox. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. To the air, it's Berry. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead, but you can also seize a lot of momentum. If you get it here on fourth and short, if you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Here as he throws, that ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly. They needed a big play, and they got it. And a foot down for the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Grabbed in the middle, it's Meadows. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. on target to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Gives it on the option. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, and that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Not down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Gets it out quickly. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's taking a deep shot. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that's how they were able to force an incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Looking for more room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Steps away to find some room. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sidelines, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
It's complete. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Timeout call by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to sling it on second down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pringle. They will score! Touchdown Seminoles!
Well, you get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. Slams ahead. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or 2. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looks like the defense will play quarters coverage here. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. Got his man. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, and they had a chance in the end zone, and he just couldn't come up with it, and that's going to do it. came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.